Welcome where curiosity becomes dangerous. Today we're imagining a simulation that feels like science fiction but touches the very core of physics. What if gravity suddenly disappeared? It starts instantly. One moment you're walking down the street. The next your feet lift off the ground. Cars drift upward, their wheels spinning helplessly. Traffic lights tear free from their poles. Coffee cups float out of people's hands, liquid spheres forming in mid-air. At first it almost feels like magic, a dream of flying finally granted. But then you look up. Oceans don't stay where they belong. They rise, forming massive globes of water that hover above the continents. Skyscrapers begin to separate from their foundations, tilting into the air like giant balloons made of steel and glass. Entire forests uproot themselves, their roots dangling as they drift skyward. For a moment, Earth looks like a snow globe turned upside down. And then gravity returns. The result is not magical, it's catastrophic. Oceans crash back down in tsunamis higher than mountains. Buildings shatter as they slam into the ground. People, animals, vehicles, everything that floated crashes with lethal force. 5 seconds without gravity is enough to erase cities, drown coasts, and rewrite history. But let's imagine the second scenario. Gravity doesn't return at all. Now the true nightmare begins. You're floating, weightless, unable to move in any direction. There's no up or down. You can push off a wall, but with nothing to stop you, you drift endlessly. Children, pets, possessions, everyone and everything rises into the air like helpless debris. The oceans break apart into gigantic droplets of water, some larger than cities, hovering in the sky. Rain never falls again. Rivers stop flowing. The planet's surface dries, cracked and alien. And then comes the final betrayal, the atmosphere itself. Without gravity holding it close, air begins to escape into space. The blue sky fades to black. Breathing becomes harder. Within hours, oxygen levels plummet. Within days, Earth is a lifeless husk. Life at this scale is impossible. You can't cook because flames can't rise without gravity. You can't pour water, it floats away. Even eating is dangerous. A single crumb drifts into your lungs and suffocates you. The ordinary actions of life, walking, sleeping, talking, all collapse into chaos. Animals panic. Birds don't know where to fly. Fish float in globes of water suspended in the sky, trapped until their droplets drift apart. Civilization collapses instantly. Buildings and infrastructure designed for gravity crumble. Governments, economies, communication, all irrelevant when no one can even stand on the ground. Humanity has no plan for a world without weight. And here's the irony, we complain about gravity every day. We curse it when we stumble, when we break a glass, when we look at the scale. Yet gravity is the only reason Earth is a planet at all. Without it, there's no air to breathe, no oceans to swim in, no ground to walk on. Without gravity, we don't just lose balance. We lose everything. Of course, this is just a thought experiment, a simulation of the impossible. But it reminds us that the most invisible forces are the ones keeping us alive. So if 5 seconds without gravity can wipe us out, what would happen if instead of vanishing, the moon itself came crashing down onto Earth? And if you don't want to wake up one day floating away with your couch, hit like and subscribe to the channel. It won't keep your feet on the ground, but at least it'll keep your curiosity anchored.